It's another edition of New Music Today here on the WePodcast Network. I'm Corey Robertson. Thank you so much for finding us once again on the internet. I often talk a lot about the wonder, power, the wonderment of music, and no different again today. So many different types of music, and it's what moves you. We've explored a lot of different types of music and a lot of different types of musicians on the cast so far, and today we're going in a whole new direction as we bring in twins into the show, and we're going to talk a little bit about EDM. Kevin and Chris Delgado are the twins, and they are twins.
Yes,
Boys,
sir.
thanks very much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having us.
So which one gets to say they're actually the older?
Oh, I'm the oldest one here.
Yeah,
by a minute.
By a minute?
By a minute, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're local boys from Leamington and now here in Windsor?
Yeah. Leamington, Ontario. Pretty much just love to do what we do and trying to bring our music locally into like Windsor and Essex area.
So EDM, electronic dance music, by the way. What was it about that genre of music that that pulled you towards it from the first days where you just started playing around with maybe sounds and experimenting with stuff? What was it about that music just for you personally?
It was just a good vibe. It was just something that fused us. Like we watched it live on YouTube and it was just like, wow, we want to be a part of this, you know? Yeah, so and then we just started messing around. We had a DJ called Hardwell, so we watched one of his episodes, and it was the song Spaceman that really caught our attention.
Sure.
Yeah, so
I think I can go way back even further when my dad used to just play like Bob Sinclair's and more like those vibey vocal tracks.
Some European music.
Yeah, it used to just really bring it out, like bring our family together, and it was fun times.
And I talk about that a lot, about how music brings people together. A lot of times you'll hear people saying it was my dad's record collection or my mom's always sang in the kitchen or things like that. But it's music that brings families together. It's music that brings people together.
For sure.
And for me, what it is, for me personally, it's that music can transport me back to a time, a place in my life, and I can remember something, right?
Sure, yeah. Like I go by saying like music is my religion. That's what I go off of. Like that's me, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I live off of music. I listen to it.
Life
Can't live without
music, obviously.
For
right?
sure.
Yeah.
So, what is the first record or thing that you bought? You spent your own money. What's the first song, the first full album that you bought? It might be a little bit having to admit something here.
I actually do remember this. You probably will laugh at me, but
absolutely.
There's this guy Nelly.
Yeah.
You know Nelly? Hot in here.
Nelly.
Hot in here and all that. I bought his
It's
first
hot
CD.
in here. Yeah, bought the first
Yeah,
CD.
me and Chris, we always had like competition. So it was like we can't like the same guy.
Okay.
So if you like Nelly, I gotta like somebody else. So there was a guy named Ja Rule. I don't know if you remember Ja Rule.
Yep.
He was big back then and stuff. So
absolutely.
when we started listening to music, it was more in the rap scene. It was more hip hop and stuff because we didn't understand EDM or anything, right? So that's how it came.
Yeah, it was pretty much Nelly.
I believe that there really is a connection between the hip hop music, anyways, that lends itself perfectly to dance music because in both forms of music there's an element of a producer. There's an element of the producer being the musician of laying down a track, whether it's a sample or whether it's trying to create beats or whatever it is. In the case of hip hop, is more samples and things like that. And then there still is the idea of now somebody needs to be my vocalist.
Yes.
And this is what you guys do.
That's exactly what we do. So we come up with things from scratch, like just sounds. We'll just start playing sounds and, hey, this will sound cool. So then, Chris, what do you think, right? And we'll just go back and forth. And then, track is done. And then what do we do now, right? We can't sing. Life would be so much easier if we could sing, right?
Yeah.
But so then we gotta go searching for people who can sing, and then that's where the magic happens, right?
Yeah. We do work with samples where it's like more like kick drums and like style. Like I can go and use the whole terminology, but I'm not gonna do it now. But there's a lot of samples where you use like drums and kits and stuff that we use for our songs. But everything's mainly like our ideas from scratch, whatever, right?
Sure.
Melodies, everything.
After that, we just have to shop it out. So.
Sure.
the internet's a great thing, and we just send it out to the vocalists.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this first vocalist. I want to throw to this, and you guys are on top of your game too. I must compliment you because you're backing up your music with videos, and we'll talk about all the different platforms you're on in the next segment here. But I want to talk about "Feel Your Body."
Yeah.
So tell me really just where the song comes from to start with.
So what do you want to know? Where it comes from?
Yeah. What does it mean to you? Where'd you write it? What was the?
Well, honestly, I did not write the lyrics. So what happened was, we made the instrumental, so the whole beat, right? And we're experimenting in like vocal chop area, which is like a new sound. So if you hear voices in our drops, which drops are like the heavy part of the song, you'll start hearing those sounds, and that's where I think we came about. Like everybody was like, "Wow, you guys know how to do that." It was unique at the time, right? Yeah. So we made a whole instrumental, and then I was looking online. I had a friend that made a song with this guy, and I was like, okay, well, so let me just hit him up, right? I like his style. He sounds like a Justin Bieber type of style, so that's what I was trying to go for.
Yeah.
I sent him an email, and then he was like, I love this. Let's get to work. I gave him 2-3 weeks.
Yep.
Took his time, sent me back something that it was a quick demo, just like little, like, it was cheesy, nice little area. Told him to fix it up a little bit. He came out with something amazing. So that's when me and him came out, and we're like, hey, are you strong with this? Like, are you confident? Let's do it. He said yes, and then we just finished it up.
And so this is Sammy.
Sammy II, yeah.
Sammy II. Tell me about him.
Well,
and
he's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I was the one who was speaking more towards,
he's
like, we have different tasks of what we do as twins.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I do some parts, he does some other parts. So I was the one contacting him throughout the whole process.
All right.
So, he's from New Jersey. He's doing big things. He's a rapper, though, most of the form. Like, that's what he does. He's not electronic. So we kind of brought him into the electronic world with a single, which I personally think is his best track, right? But, like, he's still in his hip-hop stuff. Well, everybody has their own.
That's what speaks to him.
Exactly.
But this works really well.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys are gonna really like this one. This is Twins featuring Sammy II. This is "Feel Your Body," and it's right here on New Music Today on the WePodcast Network.
Okay, you got me falling, and I don't even know your name. All other girls get blurry when I'm staring at your face. I know that we just met, but somehow we're both here tonight. So baby, come a little closer. I wanna get a little closer. I see the fire in your eyes. I got the fluid, so I'll ignite. It'll all be alright. Yeah. Girl, when I feel your body. Girl, when I feel your body. Girl, when I feel your body, yeah. Sway with me, baby. Talk to me, baby. I'll pull you close to my body. I know we got things in common. I wanna love you tonight. Please you till the sunrise. Room service, breakfast in bed. Then we do it all again. I see the fire in your eyes. I got the feel, so I'll ignite. It'll all be alright. Yeah. Girl, when I feel your body. Girl, when I feel your body.
Body, Twins, featuring Sammy I, debuting right here on the WePodcast Network on New Music Today. I mean, you set it up perfectly, boys. It really does have a bit of a Justin Bieber feel to it. It really does. That Hard to Say I'm Sorry song. It's got. I mean, you can see where that same kind of style comes from, and that guy, he's got a nice range in his voice. Sammy.
Once we heard his vocal, we had to do it.
Yeah,
Bieber-like.
Yeah,
we just had to do it.
Take me through your process back in when you're in the studios, and like anything else, you can get carried away with what decision do you make, right? Should I take this in? Should I take it out? Should I use it? Should I not use it, right? And in whatever it is that we do, especially in music, and you're playing along whatever it is that your style of music is. So in your decision making process, where, if you can describe to me, where right now is your gut feeling at when you say to yourself, "That's it, we got it. That's it. We're done here."
Basically, when we sit together, because a lot of the times, like, he'll do something on his own, I'll do something on my own, then we'll bring it forward to each other and be like, "What do you think?" Right? So then he'll be like, "No, I don't like that. Let's change that," or I'll do the vice versa, right? And that's usually when we make our decision.
Like, it's really hard to settle at one specific type of sound. You know what I mean? Because, like, once you do that, then you're stuck at that. So, like, me and him, like, we're independent artists, so we're trying to hit it big, right? So we have to experiment with different sounds, different genres as well. Yeah. So we're in the EDM scene, but we're trying to hit different parts, different genres, because there's about 100, 200 genres in just EDM. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to do as much as possible, but keep that same sound.
Absolutely.
As Twins.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? So for sure. So I want to talk now about, like, we're musicians, no matter what it is that you're playing, and there's something about getting out there and doing it live. Right? There's something about getting in front of the crowd,
yes,
right?
Course, yes.
You guys have played some pretty cool festivals, some pretty cool places, and let's talk about a couple of them. I know you've been to Amsterdam, a couple cool ones in Toronto.
Yeah, well, what started Twins actually was we went to our very first festival. It was called Veld. After that, we got home. We're like, let's just do it. I want to be on stage in front of a crowd like that, and let's just make it a goal one day. And we actually went to Toronto last year. And we played at our very first festival. It's called True North Music Festival, and it was pretty nice. We were opening acts, but popped off, and we met a lot of artists that tour the world. Yeah,
we had a pretty good crew that came out too, from Leamington. We had a couple friends. We had 12, 15 people that came out, which was awesome. To have that support coming all the way to Toronto just to watch us. Right, it was great to have. So we made like T-shirts and stuff so they can wear.
Yep.
So it was nice.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you know what? Look at music is awesome. Music is a passion, and it sure beats working for a living.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it's a business.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't feel like DJing at a bar specifically. Like, I want to target the festivals and you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
the bigger high
bars.
end.
Like, I don't want to go to your average bar in Windsor or Leamington. I want to, hey, let's go to, somewhere in the States.
Yep.
We got a gig.
Yep.
Let's go. Feel like a rock star type of thing.
You got it.
Don't want to do any weddings or any of that. Obviously, that brings you money.
Sure.
But
but they bring in the business side of it.
Exactly.
You got to bring your merch, right? You
Yep.
got to be thinking those things. Marketing is a big part of it. And you guys are already kind of I think you've got a great grasp on what you're doing. I want to bring up some graphics here. Joe's going to through the mat. Joe's our fantastic producer here at New Music Today, and just some incredible stuff with what you've been doing on Spotify. And I want to talk about the graphic first, Joe, about Wembley Stadium. I think this is so cool that Spotify puts this together for you as the artist, right?
Surprisingly.
Right. Yeah. So there's enough fans
to fill it 3 nights in a row, or 3 days or 3 nights.
What it was Spotify created this a few pictures that would tell us our statistics in the year of 2017, and one of them was we could fill Wembley Stadium for 3 nights straight.
Let's do it. Let's fill it. Let's fill it 3 nights, man.
I mean, like, I don't know if I could set that up, but I mean, that's how many people that would actually have actually listened to us in 2017.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
And like I said, like, being independent, it's like, how is that happening? It just, the music is good. We're not, like, people are listening, hey, this is a good song, let's play it. It's not like a big branch of a record label pushing it out to like, you know, radio stations and stuff, and that's how we're getting our plays. It's literally like you listen to it, you're liking it, you're showing your friends.
Absolutely, Kevin.
So it's different.
That's you know what, and for me in any kind of role I've ever had locally in the music industry, whether we're doing this show or radio shows or anything else, even if I just look at New Music Today podcast since we started this thing and the different genres of people that I've had the privilege to be in here for a basement session, it comes down to the fact that there's a hook.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether, you know, we had some smoke and blues in here with, you know, with Christine Campbell and I've had some, you know, just some amazing artists, so you guys included on that. It's a hook that brings me in, that makes me, I can't get that out of my head.
We like seeing that too, obviously, that having that around us too, it's awesome, right?
Yeah,
it
pushes us harder. It's more like a kick in the butt, like, hey,
yeah,
go chase it a little bit further, right?
Oh, you got it.
But yeah, it's very nice, and we appreciate it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Another thing we cannot overlook about Spotify. I mean, you have had some incredible amount of streams.
Yes, over 2 million streams this past year.
Yep.
We have a song on 700K right now. It's actually called Fairy Tale. It's on our #1 position.
Yep.
Yeah, if you search us on Spotify, you'll see our top hits. We'll say like the ones streamed the most,
right,
or the ones that are popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like we just released that EP, so those ones are coming up onto the top 5, right? Because they're the ones being played out the most now.
They're not necessarily the biggest stats, but they're the ones that are more popular.
Yeah,
right now,
like the ones getting played now today.
That's awesome.
Right? So
yep. And we can find your stuff on lots of different platforms.
Yeah. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play.
Yep.
Anything.
You go on YouTube
Spotify,
too. There's a bunch
YouTube.
of accounts that we don't upload the music. It's like guys that just have accounts on YouTube. They just post their stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll see like 3, 4, 5 pages of twins, and it's like, who is this guy posting my song? But hey,
that was
free promotion, right?
That was about like
That
that was about like a year and a half ago. Like we just searched twins on Google, and like,
it's pretty cool.
Build it for us, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And then
Free promotion.
yeah, YouTube just posting 30, 40 videos. I'm like, okay, this is pretty neat. I'm not even like in this video.
Right.
But it's cool how they credit us and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to, I want to go into what the next, our next song here, and again, just kind of set this up. This has got a real true hometown connection here. You guys are from Leamington. I'm not originally from Leamington, although I'm living out in Leamington nowadays, and you got some Leamington
Some
blood on the song here.
Trying to get some more Leamington support. Obviously, Peter Raful, great artist. Billy's doing magical things in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yep.
His dad's amazing too. Just wanted to bring it out, make a nice creative track for Leamington, and just explore that way.
You know what? Peter is my barber. Like that's what he's doing right now. Like,
Absolutely. Yep.
So I was just like, hey man, I have this track. We just talk, shoot this,
Yep.
So just came about like, hey, let's do it. Took about 8 or 9 months. It was just like, we're doing it, right? And then it was like, we're not doing it. So finally we did it, right? I think it's a golden track.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
had to meet up with this guy Marty Back from SLR Studios.
Yep.
He actually recorded Peter's vocal because we don't do that side. We just do the musical and producing area, and it actually turned out amazing. We were so happy with it. And once we received the vocal, we just put it out as an EP. Together.
So you have we've got a three song
EP,
3-song EP that is out right now. So perfect. And again, you can find it all over the place on Spotify, Google Play Music, all that kind of good stuff. So I want to play this one. This one to me, this is a hook that really grabbed my attention and what really actually got me to contact you guys.
Awesome.
And this is a track called Burnin' Up. It is on the Twins' new EP. It is Twins featuring Peter Raful. This is Burnin' Up on New Music Today, right here on the WePodcast Network.
Burn it up for you tonight. You make it feel wrong when it's alright. So baby, be the gas, I'll be the light. I just wanna be with you tonight. Living on the edge of the other side. So fantasy, oh yeah. You're my everything, my diamond ring, oh yeah. You're the air I breathe, my fantasy, oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're my everything, my diamond ring, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm burning up for you tonight. You make it feel wrong when it's alright. So baby, be the gas, I'll be the light. I just wanna be with you tonight. I'm burning up, I'm burning up, I'm burning up for you tonight. I'm burning up, I'm burning up, I'm burning up for you tonight. I'm burning up, I'm burning up, I'm burning up for you tonight. I'm burning up, I'm burning up, I'm burning up for you tonight. I breathe my fantasy, oh yeah. You're my everything, my diamond ring, oh yeah.
Is Burnin' Up, Twins featuring Peter Raffoul. That's the whole Leamington, pretty much the entire Leamington circuit there.
Yeah, it was. It was, and it's still going. Yeah.
Kev, you co-wrote the lyrics on this one. Where did that come from? What's it about to you?
Like I was saying, it took about 8-9 months, right, to get that thing started. So what happened was we wrote "Stopping Us." We had Peter try recording that song "Stopping Us" that we're just about to play and show and talk about. He was supposed to sing on that song, but that didn't turn out good. So on the way back home, we're like, Peter, show me that song, because he said he supposedly wrote lyrics. I'm like, hey, play that song. Like, let's just play it. Like, sing for me. He sang it, and I was like, wow, magically got goosebumps. I was like, holy, we should turn around, go back to the studio and record
I was
this.
like, we just wasted our time for 2 hours at the studio. We could have done this one instead. So
exactly. So I had it all on video, so I was like, it was literally like 30 seconds. So I was like, wow, we need a lot more lyrics, right? So I was just at home listening, 100 times. It's just in my room. I grabbed a paper and pen. I was like, let me try to write lyrics, or else this is never going to be done. Mm-hmm. So I just went off of his lyrics and made my own lyrics and went to a second verse, and then we just repeated the third verse. And then we had that going, and then we still needed a second part of the song. So I was like, Peter, like, let's get together. Mm-hmm. So we booked a day, and he picked me up, and we just drove around town, and I just parked the car there, and we just listened to the song like 100 times again, trying to come up with lyrics. I don't know where he came up with something amazing. I was like, yes, yes, we found
right
it.
when
like,
it hits.
That's it. Like when you know, you know. You know what I mean? Like when you
Yeah.
hear it, you're like, hey, this is it. It's got to be this.
Yeah, it's
right
that
away.
creative spark.
Yeah, so
right?
I felt
And
it. I felt it right away. It was like
Awesome.
magic. It's like,
Cool.
what did we just do, right? So I immediately, I was like, yes, yes, yes. We did it. Went home so happy. And then a month later,
he brought it home and he was singing it for like hours.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, Kevin, just stop, please.
I would try
just
to
stop. You're not a singer. Just stop.
I was trying to sing like the Raffoul boys too, like getting that tone.
Oh,
as well.
you might have that
Used to
low
have-
gravelly
Yeah,
voice that they got
Charlie's
from their dad Jody.
So
Yeah.
he's trying to imitate Peter right now, and I'm like, Kev, just please stop it. Stop.
Hey, I'm not that bad.
No,
Let's celebrate a little bit more of your successes. I think that like art is not about winning. Art is not about that, but there are certainly awards to be had.
Yep.
And you got a pretty cool one in 2016.
Yeah. From Ensis Records, they actually set up a poll at the end of the year. It was best EDM track of the year and best big room track of the year.
yeah.
So we won both of those. Actually, it was a fan vote. We won that one. So
It was
pretty
pretty nice.
pretty proud of it.
Well, and it gives you, it gives you a little bit of validation to, especially when it's the fan vote one, right? When it's a
Exactly.
fan vote award, it gives you that validation that people are beginning to
listening.
connect,
Yes,
right,
yes.
to your creative
Yes.
vision and your dream, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So with dreams, what is on the horizon? Where's 2018 gonna? How's 2018 gonna unfold for Twins?
Oh wow.
Well, what do you think? Go ahead.
Honestly, the more work we put in,
Yeah.
I think we'll see results.
For sure.
I just want to see more touring,
Yeah.
more being in front of a crowd, so they see us personally and be like, "Wow, these guys are two good-looking dudes." Not just not just from the computer and listening. You don't have an image that way, right?
Right.
That's
You need to
something-
see us and interact, and
That's something that I plan on doing for 2018.
that's something that we got to do.
Our music, I believe in our music. I know that our music is good. I've seen the results. I've seen everything. But now we got to go and chase.
Yeah.
So we got to go meet people. That's,
Yeah.
I keep talking to people. They're like, hey, you got to go out there, meet people. That's the only way you're going to make it in this business. So, you know what? This is a start. So let's see what happens.
Right on.
Right?
Let's play one. Let's play one more video from you guys. This one's called "Stopping Us." Just tell me a little bit about what it is.
Stopping Us, the vocal originated from a vocal sample pack. So it's this person, like these people sing, right? And then they sell their vocals royalty free online, right? So we purchased the vocal, so that gave us entitlement to use the song, like the vocal part
Just
of
the
it.
vocal.
Yeah.
So then we just made the music around it, and then we showed Peter actually, and he was about to sing on it, but then we actually preferred this guy's vocal because like we heard it for a few months, and it's stuck in our head, and we're like, we have to do it. So then we added it to the EP, and it's Stopping Us now. That's all it is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Stopping Us Now, and it's right here on New Music Today on the WePodcast
Live
Network.
your life for just one night, no looking back. 'Cause tonight will make it right, and I can't tell you, you have to see. Let me show you, I'll set you free. A world unknown, pure ecstasy. No looking back, just come with me. And I can't fight this feeling, we're up all night, love coming down, heartbeat pump to the rhythm, and ain't no stopping us now. I can't fight this feeling, we're up all night, love coming down, heartbeat pump to the rhythm, and ain't no stopping us now. Ain't no stopping us now. Ain't no stopping us now. Take a chance. Live your life for just one night, no looking back. 'Cause tonight will make it right, and I can't tell you, you have to see. Let me show you, I'll set you free. A world unknown, pure ecstasy. No looking back, just come with me. And I can't fight this feeling, we're up all night, love coming down, heartbeat pump to the rhythm, and ain't no stopping us now. I can't fight this feeling, we're up all night, love coming down, heartbeat pump to the rhythm, and ain't no stopping us now.
That is Stopping Us. It's Twins right here on New Music Today, and this is the WePodcast Network. I like to wrap things up with just a little bit of a fun section here. But I already got the first records from you, and man, awesome. Nelly, Ja Rule. Definitely. I loved those Nelly songs.
Yeah.
Everybody's got like that secret song that's like a guilty pleasure. Like it comes on and you're like, I just secretly, no matter what everybody else says, I love that song. And might not expect it from somebody who's DJing and producing and those kind of things. But surely you must have one that you're like, every time the song comes on, I love it.
Yeah, my song would be Radiohead Creep. Come on. I'm not a creep or anything. I just love it. I don't know. It just speaks to me and just soulful in a way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fun story about that song. Yeah. So when the guitar chord hits in that song, you know what I'm talking about if you know the song, right? When that so just before it, you hear the chunk, and it's a complete mistake. It shouldn't be there.
Oh yeah.
So he was getting himself ready, but. Producers are always rolling. Is that right, Joe? You're always rolling. And they captured it. And when they played it back, and somebody had the idea, and they went, "Wait a minute! Put the whole thing on when they were layering it, right?" Yes. And sure enough, when you hear that,
yes,
and then away it goes. Yeah. It's just everybody in the room went, "Yep."
Yeah, a lot of things we do are actually, not a lot, but a few are mistakes.
Yeah, some are just like trials. Like, you tried something, whoa, it worked.
Happy accidents, I like to
say.
Yeah,
there's a lot, yeah.
And honestly, it maybe makes me a little bit cuckoo, but I believe in serendipity. I really do. Some of those happy accidents are meant to happen, and there's so many great examples of that in music, in every style, in every genre, where they had no idea, that they even meant to do it, and it just worked out.
I seen an interview one day. It's Kashmir. It was like a G6. I don't know if you remember that song.
Like a G6.
But the bass line on that song was a mistake, and he didn't mean to do it. Yeah.
I'm going to shout out real quick to one of my co-shows here on WePodcast. Hunts and Sully have a great show on WePodcast, and Hunts, I know that G6 was your song, brother. I know it was. You can't lie to me.
Definitely,
It was awesome.
Tell him that was an accident. That song was an accident, but turned into a hit. Yeah.
Right on. Boys, I really love what you're doing. I appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming in and doing a basement session with me. I appreciate it.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure.
All the best and continued success to you in the future.
You guys as well. For
appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
We've got lots more lined up in the new year here on New Music Today. We'll get into some all local stuff. We've got some super groups lined up. We've got some rock lined up, and it's all coming right here on New Music Today. Joe, thanks again as always for your help. We are here on the WePodcast Network. I'm Corey Robertson.